Pardubice lies in the center of East Bohemia on the confluence of the river Elbe and the river Pardubice. The oldest preserved written reference to its existence dates back to the end of the 13th century, with Pardubice becoming a town sometime around 1340. Back then it was owned by the lords of Pardubice, the most prominent figure of the line being Arnost of Pardubice, the first Archbishop of Prague, advisor and friend to Emperor Charles IV, a distinguished European personality of that time. It was some 200 years later that the expression "shine like Pardubice" became common in Bohemia, an expression that was certainly not over the top. Of course, the best way to convince yourself to this day is to take a stroll through the historic part of the city, whose chateau, surrounding area and square ringed by picturesque streets make it somewhat unique in the world. There are few such examples of the skills and abilities of our ancestors still in existence. The development of Pardubice from the Middle Ages onwards can be attributed to the lords of Prince Willem, who bought the town and surrounding domain at the end of the 15th century, converted the water castle of that time into a late Gothic residence, and his sons Wojciech and Jan continued the reconstruction work, this time in the spirit of Renaissance architecture. Today the chateau grounds in Pardubice and their fortifications are among only a few examples of the conversion from castle to chateau to have been preserved to this day. Willem of Princeton also decided on the layout and the uniform style of the town, something that has been preserved to this day. The historic square in Pardubice is home to late Gothic and Renaissance buildings that are organically complemented by structures from later years. The prominence and renown of Pardubice began to wane after the Pardubice domain passed from the hands of the Princeton family into the assets of the royal chamber in 1560, although the town did occasionally welcome monarchs and was a prominent stronghold until the 18th century. On the other side of the coin, it was often afflicted by wars and disease, whilst strict guild regulations curtailed the development of enterprise. However, the mighty stronghold eventually succumbed to the gradual development of the town that accompanied the arrival of the railway. Indeed, the man mainly responsible for planning this railway was a citizen of Pardubice named Jan Pruner. The original tracks from Pardubice to Olomouc or to Prague soon began to spread in other directions after 1845 and preordained the position of Pardubice as a significant transport junction. The town's ideal position in the very heart of Bohemia played a crucial role here. Industry began to develop in Pardubice soon after the arrival of the railway. There were prominent enterprises such as the Fondo factories, Fantavi Zavodi, now the Paramo refinery, or Prokop & Sons.